Reilly, great to see you.
Great to be here.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have released their annual impact report for Archewell and revealed a surprising donation to a charity founded by Ashley Biden. What was the donation for, and how much did the Sussexes donate to the President's Daughters organisation?
Yeah, well, this was big news from the Biden camp. Sorry, not the Biden camp, the Sussex camp this week. They've released their annual impact report for Archewell, and it was the single biggest donation of the year was to Ashley Biden's charity. The charity is a women's wellness space in Philadelphia. Ashley Biden is by training a social worker and very much sort of involved in that space, helping women. But it was quite an eyebrow-raising donation. It was something like $250,000. As I said, the biggest donation that they handed out all year to the Biden family. And I guess it's interesting because, you know, we know that throughout this past year, discussions about Harry's visa, about his eligibility to live in the US. Of course, the Biden administration has protected Harry. They've, you know, on privacy grounds, but certainly there's been no efforts from the Biden administration to look into it. So I'm not saying that the two are necessarily linked. You know, I'm sure Ashley's charity, you know, has its own merit, but it's certainly an interesting sort of timing and interesting that the biggest money they handed out all year was to the Bidens. Absolutely.
Princess Catherine helped welcome the Emir of Qatar and his wife to the UK this week, but skipped the state banquet at Buckingham Palace. Do we know why the Princess of Wales opted to miss the occasion?
Yeah, you know, this is unfortunate. I think, you know, this is now a recurring theme where Kate is taking her time. She's not necessarily showing up at all the occasions you would expect. And this Qatari state banquet was a surprising sort of absence from her. You know, state banquets are really sort of one of the biggest kind of royal occasions of the year, and especially for the Qatari royal family, which are very close to the British royal family. So it was a disappointing absence. They didn't really say. Kensington Palace just, you know, confirmed that she wasn't there and that she's focusing on other things, other engagements. But you know, disappointing because I do think that, you know, people want to see Kate, they want to see her, and she's such a great ambassador as well when, you know, foreign royals and dignitaries are visiting.
Of course. David and Victoria Beckham were among the famous guests at the Qatar state dinner. Why were the Beckhams there, and is it a sign, or possible sign, that David could be getting a knighthood?
Yeah, well, that's the million-dollar question. You know, David Beckham has supposedly been angling for this knighthood for years and years. Reportedly, one of the reasons he's been denied in the past is possibly to do with how he's structured his businesses and paying taxes in the UK. Not suggesting that he's done anything untowards, but certainly, you know, as a business person, he does have a lot of sort of offshore, I guess, financial dealings, and sometimes that can be a bit of a red flag for the Honours Committee. So supposedly, you know, this past year in particular, and you know, David is really working towards the knighthood, and he's really been aligning himself with Prince William and King Charles. He's noticeably separated himself from Harry and Meghan. And I think this state banquet was really a good sign. The Beckhams had never been to anything like this before. Of course, they are great ambassadors for the UK as well. And, you know, David has a specific link to Qatar because, of course, he was the ambassador for the Qatar World Cup in 2022. So it is sort of a nice timing. If he is going to get the knighthood, it'll be a decision we'll find out pretty soon. The knighthoods come out ahead of the New Year's honour list. So, yeah, watch this space.
Yeah, we'll find out very soon, it seems. And an insider has claimed this week that the mystery source helping Prince Andrew pay for the Royal Lodge has been revealed. Who is this mystery donor?
I mean, I just thought this was, outrageous. So supposedly the mystery donor is Charles.
Oh my gosh.
This whole time we've been, you know, talking about these brothers, you know, feuding over money and you know, Charles taking this hard line with Andrew and cutting him off. And supposedly, you know, a source at the Daily Mail has said it's actually been Charles the whole time.
Wow.
Charles is the one that has, you know, coughed up the money. And I kind of thought about it. And at first I was a little bit incredulous, but then I thought, well, hang on, maybe this is Charles's way of keeping Andrew happy, because, you know, the last thing that the monarchy and King Charles wants is for Andrew to be, God forbid, back out there in public or you know, trying to, you know, stir anything up. So I think that whether this is just him appeasing Andrew or just trying to look after his family, very surprising.
Reilly Sullivan, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.